Chandler, 73 carries for the offense today versus 7 passes. Was that kind of the mindset going in, make them run it down the throat till they make you stop?
Well, point of emphasis today was to get better at what we do. We're a triple option team with also the threat of being able to put it in the air. And it was a time to get our two backs, Jake and Micah, Sam Outlaw, get them guys going, getting on the perimeter, letting our guys run, getting in the hands of the athletes that we have. It was just a point of emphasis for us to focus on getting the running game going because we're going to need it going down on the stretch.
For you guys, 11 turnovers last 3 weeks. Is it can you feel a momentum kind of thing where it gets contagious, where people just keep making plays and it just keeps happening?
Yeah, I think so. When Dante gets 3 picks in one game, you kind of want to get on the action. But I think it'll carry over, and I think it's at the right point where we're hitting that defensively, about to head into conference. We're going to start playing some quarterbacks that can sling it around, and I think we'll have to make those same plays here going into the second half of the season.
Coach said that the quarterback was able to have cups of coffee back there, but you guys did a good job covering downfield. Talk about what it takes to cover for that amount of time, 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds.
As a safety, you're in the zone, and then when a man comes into your zone, you just lock up and you shadow him as long as possible. And he did a good job of moving, extending plays. There was one play where it felt like we were covering for 30 seconds, but credit the D-line for keep going at him and make him get the ball out of his hand.
Yeah, the same thing as a cornerback. Most time if you're in man coverage, they start scrambling back there. You just lock onto your guy. Just lock on and stay on him as long as possible throughout the whole play.
It did seem the line was able to get some pressure. Just was a matter you couldn't get him down. Was that just his physical size and scrambling ability, or what's the problem back there, you think?
Yeah, he was a big quarterback. I think probably the biggest quarterback we've ever faced. He's kind of like Ben Roethlisberger in his size and escapability. He's not going to run out of the pocket, but he can move around enough to get off tackles. But the second half seemed like the defensive line was able to get back there a little easier.
Would you say that there's a good collective understanding of each other on the defense? Because it seems like once you guys get in a groove, you guys are very consistent, and then there's a bunch of 3 and outs in a row that you guys cause. Is there like this collective understanding of each other, both from the line and in the back part of the defense?
Yeah, it can get contagious. Like once one person make a play, it just start. After you get the butterflies out your system after one play, everything just start clicking. We just do what coach say. He has a game plan for us, and we just follow the game plan, execute it.
Dante, interceptions in 3 straight games, 5 over the last 3. Have you ever gone through a stretch like this? Pee-wee, high school, any level where you
Nah, this is my first time going through a stretch like this. Even in high school, I made interception in high school, but I never had a stretch like this that's going right now. So it feels pretty good.
Let's keep it going.
Yeah.
Have you gotten to a point that you go out there looking for one every game now, or do you just kind of pick your spots?
I try not to. I think about it sometimes, but I try to get it out of my head. I just like to read my keys and do what the coach says, the game plan, and sometimes they just fall in the right spot.
Outside that big play early, it seemed like you guys, even if you couldn't get the quarterback on the ground, it seemed like you guys really kind of kept them bobbled up. How important is it for you guys to keep that team defense concept going as you guys get to the big stop schedule?
Yeah, it's going to be very important. The defensive line doing what they're supposed to the linebackers, to the back 7, and we saw a little bit of that today where the D line did their job, but the defensive backs didn't, and the defensive backs did theirs, and the front 7 didn't. So if we can get that collectively going in the right direction, I think we'll be in good shape.
Chandler, one thing for you quickly, obviously you rushed the ball very well. Team, I think, had 370 on the ground. But also look like you guys have some good looks over the top. How important is it, again, for you guys to have a diversified offense moving forward for the rest of the season?
It's very important that we get all phases going. With our offense, it's very deadly once things start clicking. There was a glimpse of it last week. Coach Chestnut mentioned how we looked up under the blinds and then come back out in the second half and shut right back on us just because of a little lapse of focus coming out in the second half. So going down the stretch, we got to put all phases together on the ground, in the air, keeping the ball in our hands, most importantly, and executing at a high level. That's something that we're looking forward to doing.
Anything else?
What do you guys think is the most important thing to continue winning, pushing forward, and not going backward?
Just execute. Execute everything the coaches give us. Like I said, we have good coaches. They give us a game plan. We just want to execute what they tell us to do. We go out there and execute it with confidence and with championship effort. I believe we can play with anybody on our schedule, win every game on our schedule. Well, from here on out.